I'm here as a private citizen tonight. I have a couple of comments. These are not directed at the chief executive, his staff, you directly, not trying to blame anybody for anything. They are just observations. I think you'll note that some of your city employees are standing behind me, and I don't know a time when I've ever felt so safe. That being said, I would like to see that they have a fair shot, along with all city employees, to have some input on their health care plan. I had a talk with the mayor, and to his credit, he admitted that the proposed implementation came a little fast and didn't give people time to deal with it, and I thank him for that. But I would recommend, highly recommend, as a past civil servant myself of 32 years, that you take a look at this. Salaries here are not the highest salaries for the work that's being asked for. And I'm talking from the person that picks up my refuse, works the parks, to whatever level you want, our police and fire department, all of the city employees, that a health care plan is very, very important to them. If it costs more in deductibles, more for medication, that is a huge hit to their biweekly or monthly. I started at $640 a month. My rent, my utilities, everything had to come out of that. There was not much of a disposable income left after that, so I understand what they're up against. I understand also that the city finances is a finite quantity. It can't just keep expanding. But having talked to many of the city employees, I believe that they would be willing to put more into the plan given the chance. Because in most cases, $50 a person, $100 a person would easily be far less than their deductible or cost for their medication. Professionals you see standing behind me here tonight are not, I repeat, they are not here in any way, shape, or form to make you feel that they're trying to intimidate you. They are quiet professionals. I've ridden with some of these folks. I've done sit-alongs with some of the members that are out here at the desks. And some of the things I've heard them have to deal with, some of the members of our public of this city that I've lived here 11 years. I'm a transplant, but I love this community. It's returned so much to us. Some of the things that they put up with would probably just cause you to, I don't know, want to go right through that phone at that citizen. But they do it, they don't complain, they are also the quiet professionals. So my recommendation would be that maybe a member of what I would call the safety side, which would typically be your police and fire, and someone from your general side, the rest of the employees, that reps from both sides be chosen by their respected groups, if allowed, and meet with the mayor or whoever they could to try to hammer this out. I don't want to see us start losing employees, and I've not heard a threat to that effect that anybody would do that. But just like when you chose your occupation, you looked at the job, you looked at the benefits, and there were times probably when your children or your wife or husband, in some cases, was sick, and that can take your mind off your job if you have to worry about what that's going to cost you. So I would just ask everybody here tonight to give this some thought, and hopefully we can work this out to the best of everybody. Thank you. You actually do have input. Councilman Alcorn, I believe you're my district, so you represent me. Those are my feelings. I expect you to look into it. And I would expect that every other citizen is only asking for something in the same area. Talk to your citizens that you represent. Ask them how they feel about this. You may not control the budget, but you have the mayor's ear.
They do control the budget, Bob.
Well, I apologize. Based on you.
They appropriate the funds and
based on
for certain line items, and so they have to deal with this too.
I'm now over my 20 seconds.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
I'm not trying to offend anybody or make anybody angry, but obviously this is something we need to look at So I think anytime you can bring all parties together and open the books and talk about it and find ways either to put more in from the subscriber standpoint, it's a good thing. That's it, I promise.